things each of you thinks that practitioners attending today should leave with. And Joanna, Pete, why don't we start with you?
So I think from the key issues that stem from the Warner-Lambert Actavis case are at some levels yet to be determined due to us not having in front of us the Supreme Court decision. When that decision does issue, we will have, as I mentioned earlier, some guidance on the standard of evidence that must be included in a patent application to satisfy the sufficiency requirements under European law. So we will have more of a steer as to the data that applicants need to have as a package before they look to prepare and file their patent applications. And from an infringement perspective, one thing we appear to have learnt is that a skinny labelled product is not going to be adequate on its own to avoid a finding of infringement if you are a generics company looking to launch a generic product. It would seem that a skinny label alone is not going to be enough to establish that you did not have intention to supply your generic for a patented indication. So that's quite an interesting comment from, at the moment, our Court of Appeal.
Anita Varma.
So I think one of the issues this case raises is the age-old question of what is the right time to file. And that is becoming harder and harder for many of the pharma biotech companies to follow because of the transparency issues that some of the regulatory agencies have nowadays. So my thinking is to file with, all the data that you have available, because you really, in many instances, don't have the luxury of being able to wait. But having layers of claims so that you can have, like, rather than have a claim just in neuropathic pain, perhaps if that had been broken down into further dependent claims, maybe we might have, maybe there may have been a different result. So I think from a drafting perspective, it is important to add as many dependent positions and as much data as you can when you're filing it, even if it is just, prophetic examples. There is some value to that.